her like a rally car, man.
Welcome back to Gran Camino. I'm Christian.
I'm Alex.
And today we're driving a 2023 Jeep Gladiator Mojave edition.
Yeah.
I've been looking forward to driving one of these for a long time now, ever since they came out. We finally got our hands on one and I am stoked to take this out on the road. Yeah. Where have we come to take it out on the road?
Middle of nowhere, Ontario. You know, we got some awesome trails. We're already seen a bunch of 4x4s out here, so this is the spot to be. We've been told to come here. Jeep transforming their classic Jeep into a truck is something that kind of came out of nowhere, really, and it's, you know,
everybody wanted it.
Everybody did, yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to put this through its paces today.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to show you. Is it still worth buying one of these in 2023? We're going to find out.
So let's get it out there and see what it can do on some trails.
Fuck yeah.
Treating her like a rally car, man. Yeah. First guy in a Jeep we talked to, and he tells us about this whole route, gives us an app to just follow along. We're already just deep in it, like, this is crazy. Ontario, guys. Oh, bud. What does the Mojave mean? To most, it means driving through the desert as fast as you can. To me, it means freedom. But for Ontarians that don't actually have a desert around, we're going to be driving this down some dirt trails through some trees.
So we randomly stumbled across this dirt trail. We met a couple of other Jeeps along the way already. We saw a Defender blast past us. It seems that this is part of the an overlanding trail. Everyone's out following their GPSs. First impressions, it's extremely capable, but then again, this is not a particularly challenging surface for it. So I'm hoping that we can find somewhere a little more challenging.
Tell me about the first trail. You were gunning her.
This is the Mojave. It's like the pre-runner, right? It's supposed to be driven quickly over these surfaces. So you saw me driving. I had a big grin on my face. This thing is a lot of fun to drive, and like the V6 is not like super powerful, but it's very responsive. So it's the Mojave edition, right? They really let you know that. Big letters up here. And you'll see this red trim, like this red outlining across all the features in this car. Desert rated. No deserts in Ontario, but we're here anyway. We're going to give it a good go. I'm sure it's just as capable of doing off-roading as any other vehicle. So one of the reasons that these things are so popular in the community, why the Jeep community is so like thriving and bustling and active, is there is just so much that you can do to modify these things, to customize them to however you want to be, like to all of your tastes. This thing is completely stock. So everything you're going to see today is going to be vanilla, but that doesn't make it bad. That doesn't make it bland or plain. It just means it's a canvas waiting to be painted on. Yeah.
Jump in the back. I want to see like how much shock travel you get just from like jumping up on it, you know? Gives you a little idea of like what this thing is going to be on the trail, right?
So what's she packing under the hood?
Let's open her up and take a look what we got. Classic Jeep thing. You got to open them up with these clips. So go over both sides.
All right, so under the hood, she's packing a 3.6 litre V6 that makes 280 brake horsepower or thereabouts and another 260 pound-feet of torque. Naturally aspirated, so there's no turbo lag. So let's start her up and see what she sounds like.
What the fuck is a GT3 doing down here? It's wild.
Imagine taking that on the dirt roads.
I mean, if you got a Gladrider here, I guess, but
you got the money.
All right, so that's enough talking about it. Let's get this Gladiator on the trails. Okay, so I didn't even know that was possible. I just slammed it and this clipped down. If that's a normal thing for Jeeps, let us know in the comments, but it kind of blew my mind. So, do a little burnout.
All right, so we're Jeep newbies. We've never done this before. We've not read any instruction manual. Let's see how easy it is to take the roof off this thing. We've got a couple of latches here.
All right.
I like those. We've got a couple more up here.
Yeah.
And more.
Couple more.
So that's
so
a bunch. And then there's another one here.
All right, that looks like an important one.
Yeah. And then, oh,
Look at that.
here we go. Now we just need to figure out where to put them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little funny just having a piece of car in there, but these things aren't heavy at all. It's super light.
Yeah. That changes the look like 100%.
Oh,
too.
yes. This is what I was dreaming of. Now, how do we get both in here? You got a Tetris?
Let us know in the comments if we're fucking this up.
Do you know a better way of doing this? We want to know.
Yeah.
Look at this. We've been waiting a long, hard winter. Long and hard, giggity. We've had a very long and cold winter in Ontario, and now it's finally summer. We've got the roof off, the sun is out, and we're in the wilderness.
Oh, this is sick.
Oh yeah. This is so sick.
You probably can't tell, but we're going up a mountain. A little bit of some road work going on. All right. Okay. All right, let's go check this out.
All right.
This does look more fun.
Oh, are you ready for a splash?
Yeah.
Woo! Oh, I got wet.
Yeah. Yeah, we forgot the top is down, so maybe take her easy on the puddles.
I know this is tame, but this is so much fun.
Yeah, we're not used to this kind of terrain, so it's kind of interesting to be at this kind of speed, you know?
I got you a gift. There you go. We got a tree in the car.
Now the first thing you're going to wonder about the Jeep Gladiator Mojave is, what am I going to grip when I'm ripping around back trails in the desert? Well, you got this guy right here up front, the roller coaster grip. You got the 3/4 right here, that's what I'm going to call it. It's right up there. One thing everybody's going to notice is, boom, they wrote Mojave up on the seats. It looks great. It's got the orange stitching. That's unique to this car apparently. It's friggin' everywhere, and you even got it around the vents. It's kind of really this nice deep orange. I'd say overall the interior is pretty wicked. I like it. I'm liking the orange vibe.
So they've got a lot of nice features in here that make you believe and make you really confident in the toughness of this truck. So we've got these rugged buttons, we've got these metal bolts everywhere, there's like tough hand holds all over the place. Got a big meaty shifter. It's like I can't get my hand around it, but overall seats are very comfortable, sound system is good. I've got no complaints about the interior in this truck. It's really nice. So one thing I noticed on this screen in the digital dash, you can see like the classic old Willis Jeep just there, very subtle nod to it in the background. with this screen. I think that's a nice touch, bringing it back to where Jeep began.
We're just looking at the screen here, and it's a freaking weird ass water effect they put on the. Look at this.
That was unnecessary, but I'm glad they did it.
It's kind of awesome. Yeah, this is what we're dealing with.
A disappearing road.
Yeah.
It looks like the road just ends, but oh no, it doesn't.
Not extremely helpful. Gets the job done, I guess.
So the front end of this car, perfectly sorted out. We've got some 33-inch tires on this thing. 17-inch rims, but 33-inch tires, and they give us a lot of grip off-road. I read online you can add 35-inch tires to this stock, so you can really pimp this thing, you can really upgrade it without having to add a lift kit or any expensive things like that. The suspension travel on this is really good. That's one of the extra things about the Mojave edition. Gives you an extra inch of clearance over the Rubicon. What I would say, this thing could use some steps or at least some side rails just to help getting in and out. It is quite high. Even for a tall person like me, it's a bit awkward getting in and out. And around the back we've got double shocks, which the regular Jeep Wrangler just doesn't have. And we've got these big tow hitches. And this is a nice touch as well. Soft open tailgate. So that's a nice touch. The bed itself is 5.5 feet. I know lots of people like to camp in these, but I imagine those people are short people. Looking at the front of this thing, this is the pièce de résistance. I really like the headlights. They've put a lot of thought into the styling of these, and the way that they light up when you start up the car is another like nice little touch. They didn't have to do it like that, but this thing looks mean. And I know next year they're coming with a facelift. The Wrangler just got an update this year, so they changed the whole front end of that. So I imagine something similar is coming to this car next year. That's what the rumors are, that's what I've heard. So overall, I think they did a really good job of the exterior of this vehicle. I think it looks tough. I think it looks like a classic Jeep. And I think it's fairly timeless. Like even if they change the front end of this, I think it's still going to look great. So the hood, this little scoop here, is unique to the Mojave. You won't see this in any other model. This is desert rated, and you can see that on the side. This is the only desert rated vehicle that Jeep make. One thing I will say, there's these hinges here. Now, if you know whether this comes down or this flap goes up, let us know in the comments, because I'm really curious. Like, and if you can take the windshield down, like, how do you do it? I want to know.
All right, Christian, final thoughts.
I'm thoroughly impressed. This thing is super capable off-road. I understand now fully the community and why there's so much enthusiasm for this vehicle. It's so cool being able to take the roof off.
Yeah, no, you can't do that with a regular truck. This thing is a truck, even though it's a Jeep, which is weird, but so awesome in a weird way.
I know it's a baby truck, but it's still a truck. It's a wonderful place to be in here. Like, you know that wherever you go, this is going to get you there.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some of the bad points of this thing. What don't I like about it? It's not great on gas, but we'll get over that. It is very loud on the highway. Those huge tires, there's no way to get around that.
Everything about it is kind of just enjoyable. You put up with all the downsides, but they're not really that big of a deal. I'd say this one is more of a weekend warrior for me. I think I would just want to have it to go blast around on the weekend kind of thing.
But like it's still pretty handy just to have, like as a daily driver. You could definitely daily driver this. Like, yeah, I wouldn't want to commute in it, but you absolutely could. And then that Pentastar engine up front is very reliable. The question we posed at the start of this video, should you buy one of these in 2023? Is it worth it? Like, or do you wait for the later model? I think why wait? If you want to buy one of these, buy one today. Like, these are epic cars, and just waiting for a small facelift, I don't think it's going to make any difference. This has everything you need, so if you want it, go get it.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you there.
This is the second truck we've driven. What do you like more, this or the Tacoma?
Yeah, this truck actually gets compared to the Tacoma a lot. I'd say it's pretty tight between the two.
Let's talk about the Tacoma. Has like the bright orange paint job, which I know you love. The Tacoma is also much faster and sportier, but it is like the TRD Pro. It's the top of the line edition that we drove. So like, I almost feel like more comfortable in this one. It feels more practical. Feels like more flushed out. And it's more fun because you can take the roof off.
Yeah, you're right. You won me over. Actually, I'd take this over a Tacoma TRD Pro.
Well, let us know in the comments what you think. Like, would you take the Tacoma TRD Pro? Would you take this, or would you take something else entirely? Yeah, overall, this Jeep Gladiator Mojave, wow. All right, great job, Jeep. Yeah. Keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, please don't stop.